Hi, my name's Ashton and welcome back to Ashton's EDC. In today's video I'm going to be doing part 4 of my folding knife collection video series, and today I'll be focusing on the knives in my collection from Buck. I didn't realize it actually, but as I got to the knives together for this video, I actually have 6 folding knives from Buck. I'll be sharing more details about those right away, so don't worry about that, I'll get into that. But Buck is one of those companies, I guess obviously they're a very popular knife company, but they have both super budget friendly knives that are super good quality, but also some more premium knives. And I have a bit of a mix of both of those sides in my collection here. So what I'm going to do, I might as well get right to it. I'll turn the camera down towards the table and we will take a look at the 6 knives from Buck in my collection. Alright, so here we are taking a look at the folding knives in my collection from Buck. To start off, this is the first ever Buck knife that I purchased, and I believe it's my first knife that I purchased that has some more premium materials to it as well. So this is the Buck 110 Slim Pro. I believe that is the model name. As you can see, it does have this nice, I believe you'd call this kind of a canvas or even natural micarta. Really nice. It's developed some nice patina over the years. This is a pretty long knife. Closed, let's see, this comes in just a tad under 5.5 inches. It is a lock back design, as you can see there. And opening it up, we've got the full length coming in. I'll have to move it down. Just over 8.5 inches. Blade length, depending on how you measure it, somewhere between 3.5 and 4 inches. So a pretty long knife. Not very big in this dimension, but it is quite long. So as I said, the handle here is using a micarta for the handle. I don't believe there is any liners. There is, of course, the kind of back spring and lock back mechanism here. But looking on the inside, it looks like it is just the solid micarta, but I could be wrong. You can't disassemble this knife. As you can see, it is pinned here. So no screws, so you can't take it apart to clean it or anything like that, which is fine with me. That doesn't bother me too much. It is quite a large knife. In hand, I can get definitely a full 4-finger grip with lots to spare. As you can see, handle is quite large. Has the lock back there. Whoops, I'll show that in this direction. This one is a nail nick. I believe that you can buy versions of this with a thumb stud, but this one here has the nail nick, opens up, has a nice snap. Hopefully you heard that there. Just a really nice knife from Buck. This does come with a pocket clip, but I took the pocket clip off. The pocket clip, a bit of a sneak peek here, is identical to this one here. Kind of a classic clip from Buck at this point, I would say. I took it off just because I found I don't love that big pocket clip. It is a little bit obnoxious for me, and I was carrying this one in a leather slip for a little while as well. So that is the first one here, the Buck 110 Slim Pro. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but the blade steel in this is S30V, which it does say on the blade there, S30V with the Buck's famous Boss heat treatment. Set that one off to the side. Next up, you probably saw a bit of a glimpse of it earlier. This is the Buck 112 Slim Select. This one does have thumb stud opening. This is a really great knife from Buck. This is kind of what I was talking about as to their both premium and budget side of things. This knife, I don't remember how much it was, I did buy it used, but this one you can buy at Cabela's for, I want to say somewhere between $20 and $30. I believe the blade steel in here is their 440C. If you look here, it does have a little bit of a stamp. It just says Buck 112 plus and USA. Does have these orange plastic handles. No liners on the inside. Hopefully you can see that. But just a really nice knife. Obviously quite smaller. The open length, about 7 1/4 inches. Blade length as well. I guess I can measure that as well. About 3 inches, maybe 2 3/4 inch. Really nice knife for EDC. I like this one to put in a pouch or in a kit or something like that. These are really inexpensive, but really good quality. Got a pocket clip there, pretty big and a bit obnoxious for my taste, with the big Buck logo cut out in the pocket clip there. Has these thumb studs. The thumb studs do they spin, and I believe that is just so that you can, no matter where you're coming at the knife from, you can get a grip. Not too sure why that is, but easy to open one-handed. To close, you have to do it two-handed, from my experience at least. I'm not able to, I guess you could try from back here, but I'm just not comfortable with that. But there we go. This is the Buck 112 Slim Select. Next up, another one in orange. This is the Buck Pursuit Pro. I believe this is kind of more so in their hunting line, but just a really nice knife from Buck. This one does come with a belt pouch. I don't have that at the moment, but that is included in this. It does have one-handed opening here. Same lockback design, but different than the other ones. The lockback is centered in the middle here, so you can close it one-handed, I believe. It is a little tricky, but can be done. No pocket clip or anything on this one, as it is meant to be carried in the sheath. It does have a lanyard hole there, so if I wanted to, I could loop some paracord or something like that through. As far as the blade, this one has an S35 VN blade steel with, again, the Boss heat treatment from Buck, so really nice, good quality blade steel. Blade dimension, or blade length, I mean, about 3 inches. The overall length comes in at about 7 1/4 or so. The handle is kind of this combination of plastic. So these black sections here are made of more of a harder plastic. I'm not sure if you can hear that if I tap that on camera. Whereas the orange sections are more of a rubbery material. So kind of a good combination. You can get a good grip on it. I can get a full 4-finger grip as well. Nice blade geometry. It kind of has a bit of a clip point design. Just really nice material. Yeah, just a really great knife from Buck. This one I had been kind of looking at for some time. In one of my earlier videos of this series, I showed off this knife from Remington. Kind of looks a little bit similar as far as the design, so that's why I had purchased this one first. Obviously much different in terms of quality and pricing and that kind of thing, but either way, a really nice knife from Buck, the Pursuit Pro. All right, next up, we've got a couple more. This one here is the Buck Bantam. Now, there are quite a few models of Bantam models at this point. This one I don't remember exactly the model. Typically it'll say the Bantam and then BHF or something like that after it. I don't remember 100% which this one is, but I know it is part of the Bantam line. This one is a two-hand opening using that nail nick there, but you can kind of open it with the pinch grip as well because there's quite a bit of space. blade steel on this, I believe, is 440C or something like that. Obviously has that Buck USA stamp on there. Just has a plastic, probably a glass reinforced nylon or something like that, but just a hard plastic handle. Bit of texturing here, as you can see, as well as a bit of contouring. This is a lockback with a mid-mounted lockback as well. Quite large knife. I'll bring in the 110 Slim Pro for comparison. It is a little bit smaller than that one, but it is wider in this dimension as well. So still quite long. I can get a full grip on there, 4-finger grip. Has a bit of jimping right here, built into the scale or the handle. As far as closing it one-handed, I don't think you're able to do it. You might be able to. The spring on this lockback is quite strong, so you have to put quite a bit of force in order to close it, and it does have a quite good I guess action or kind of walk and talk. Snaps securely into place, and even when closing it does snap closed. So that is the Buck Bantam. Again, like I had mentioned earlier, quite a bit different as far as materials. But I find Buck kind of to be an interesting brand in that way. You can buy knives that are pretty budget friendly, such as this, which I think was like $24 or something like that, and some, you know, knives with more premium blade steel and material. Couple more. Next up, I have the Buck Budgie. Totally different knife as compared to the rest of the ones I've shown so far. This one is quite small. Closed length comes in at about 3 3¼ inches or so. Opening it up, you've got a nice, I guess you would call that like a drop point or maybe even a spear point blade. Overall length, just over 5 inches. This one is using a frame lock, as you can see there. Got some kind of interesting I guess divots or sections there to give you a bit of grip on the lock bar. Obviously you can one hand open and close this using that finger hole right there. This one has the Jade G10 or natural G10 on that. I really love the look of that. Kind of has that clear with a slight hint of a jade or mint color. Really like that. This knife has a blade steel of S35 VN. Hopefully you can see that there. It is kind of just tucked right there between the blade and the handle. Obviously it still has that Buck USA written on it. As far as the pocket clip, still has a similar design to this one here, but a little bit less loud, a little bit sleeker in my opinion. But you can get a pretty deep carry with this one. Not super deep as you can see, but it's still pretty nice. Really nice knife from Buck. I got this one on sale. It had been kind of on my wish list for some time. I was able to get it on sale, which was nice. Only thing with this is a very slight issue, hardly even an issue at all, but when open, there is just an ever so slight rock up and down, so in this direction. I'm not sure if you'll even be able to see that. You can hear it more so than you can see it. Not sure if that's picking up on camera there, but a slight rock. And I believe the issue there has to do with the size of the detent hole, is my understanding. But not a huge deal. Still nice. Good size for EDC. As far as grip, I can get a 3-finger grip, which is all you really need for a knife of this size. So that is the Buck Budgie. And one more, even smaller than this one, if you can believe it, is this one. This is the Buck Bantam Nano. I believe. If I bring in this other Bantam, you can see they look very similar, but this is just a fraction of the size of this one. I really love this little knife. It is a little lockback, uses a nail nick there, opens up, has a lockback right there, rear mounted lockback spring. You can still get a pretty good, I can get just about a 3-finger grip. Really small little knife. Let's see here. Comes in at about 4 3/4 of an inch total, with about a 2-inch blade. Just a really nice little knife. This fits perfectly in different EDC pouches. You can obviously put this on your keychain. There's a little lanyard hole right there, so you can easily loop a key ring through there and put this on your keychain, but I prefer to have this in one of my EDC pouches, and I will often rotate it through. Just a really fun little knife from Buck. Super small, obviously can fit in the palm of my hand, and it's just fun. I have quite a few different smaller sized pocket knives such as this, or I guess you could even consider them keychain knives, and this is one that I do really enjoy. And that, I believe, is called the Buck Bantam Nano. So the Bantam Nano, the Budgie, the Bantam, the Pursuit Pro, the Buck 112 Slim Select, and the 110 Slim Pro. So that's everything for today's video. Let me know if you have any of these Buck knives. I'd love to hear down in the comments below. I'd also love to hear what your favorite knife from Buck is. How many do you have in your collection from Buck? I have 6, but I think it's a pretty good mix of more budget friendly knives, as well as a few more premium ones. I just think it's kind of a nice option that you can go to anywhere almost. Canadian Tire, Cabela's, they're readily available in store. You don't necessarily have to order them online. And you can pick up a budget-friendly knife or a more premium knife, depending on what you're looking for. Anyways, that's everything for today. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below. I try my best to respond to every single comment. And check the links. I'm trying to include links to Amazon to these knives, as well as just to some of my other favorite and recommended gear, like some Swiss Army knives, some pens, and that kind of thing. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. And if you like the other videos I'm making, please hit subscribe. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers, so if you can share this video with your friends or with anyone else that you think might enjoy it, I would really appreciate it. Just trying to grow the channel and the community here so I can continue making more videos and bring you some different content. Anyways, that is everything for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.